Hello once again, everybody. This is Rich with High% Trading. Today's video is going to show how to trade institutional algorithms with three different types of entries. It's going to be the conservative entry, the more aggressive entry, and then actually an aggressive entry also combined with another timing indicator. So what we're looking at is the Russell. This is the Russell Index from actually the pit open on March 29th. And you can see right at the pit open we had an institutional algorithm band that kicked in right here. Now the first method of trading is what's called the most conservative, and that is because the trend is down, and that trend is depicted by the in this case this mid band that's right here. It's this dark red color. What we're looking at doing is trading in the direction of the overall trend, and in this case the conservative entry is when the bar closes below the bottom of the institutional algorithm band, and that's actually this entry right here. That is the entry. The more aggressive entry is when the band first formed, price traded up through the top of the band. And what you're looking for is once we trade up through the top of the band, and in this case the trend was down, when we get a confirmed reversal bar, and this is a confirmed reversal bar down right here, that is your aggressive entry. That's your entry right here. Now the third way to combine this is using the technique of the aggressive entry, but you have to have another qualifying indicator, and in this case the qualifying indicator is the S2 indicator. The S2 indicator, of course, is looking at a multi-time frame scenario. And when it got above the threshold, which in this case was 80, that gave us the setup. And then again, you're looking for the aggressive reversal bar down confirmed, which in this case was the same as our aggressive entry. These two actually came together. And for those of you who are familiar with these types of trades, you'll also notice that we had a right edge box set up here. The right edge boxes are also internally measuring what the institutions are doing as far as moving the market back and forth. So when we entered this right edge box, that was also a key. So we actually had another confirming indicator on this as well. Now, the more conservative way to trade, again, as far as these aggressive setups, is you notice the highest that this market moved was right here on the up move, and that we can tell that because this trend indicator, which is called the dynamic trend, also tells us that this was the high of the swing. So even though that we had several conservative entries here and several aggressive entries, the best thing to do is to wait for a deeper retrace again, which is right here. The institutional algorithm band was still down. The trend was still down. We came up through the top. We came actually in for another S2 setup. So this was your aggressive trade entry setup right here. You got your reversal bar down, and we came all the way down for another nice profit. Then notice as we moved up through it one more time, we did have a third setup. That third setup was right here. Everything was aligned for it. We did get a reversal bar down, but immediately thereafter the market moved higher for a trend change. So what this points up to is a relatively small stop, about 5 to 6 ticks stop loss here. But if you were trading this properly the correct way, you had a very nice trade here that picked up close to about 35 to 36 ticks on a runner, and another nice trade entry here that easily could have picked up 15 to 16 ticks. Then we got a move to the upside. We did get a algorithm up here. I'm going to talk about this algorithm because this is a special algorithm band where this formed. But notice our trend changed to the upside. Now, as I indicated, this algorithm is what's called an extreme algorithm band. It formed at the top of the move. Not only did it form at the top of this indicator, but it also formed at the session high. And I know this is the session high because we've got a blue mid-band here, telling us that we've just made a session high as well. So when you have that situation, you can also take counter trend trades. Normally we only like to trade in the direction of the overall trend with the algo bands, but you can take counter trend trades as well. And the counter trend trade is the conservative entry. So as the market came down and closed through here, this was your counter trend short. We moved on down. Notice that we got a S2 setup down here, qualifying for the setup, and then we got a confirmed reversal bar up. So again, the preferred way to trade this if you're short and you get the setup is you close out the short, and then the aggressive trade is long, getting back in long here. Notice we move back up into the algorithm band. We've not breached the high here, so we're still good to take a counter trend trade if you wish. This was counter trend trade number 2. We kept on moving lower, and as I indicated before, you want to go deeper than the previous trade setup. We were moving down. This was your aggressive trade setup here off a reversal bar. It also qualified for the S2 indicator setup, and again the market continued to move higher. Now, one of the hardest parts in trading is stop management, and you notice that in this particular instance, this market traded through by 1 tick here. It traded through by 2 ticks here and then popped to the upside. So the trader always has to be vigilant with respect to stop management. And if you get in the trade and you get stopped out, you have to take that one more bite out of the apple. This is as important for trading institutional algorithms as it is in almost any other type of trade technique, and the successful trader will always take that second bite out of the apple trade. One other thing that I want to point out is a lot of trade setups will build upon themselves. What we've done here at Hypercent Trading is we have very robust indicators that help you not only find the trade setups but trigger them, and one tends to build on the other. For those of you who have been following this a long time, you notice that when we got the trend change here and we finally moved into here, which is the mid-band, this is called the first time into the mid-band trade as well. All right, so we moved first time into the mid-band. Our institutional algorithm was here, indicating that it's okay to take the long trade because the trend is up. We had the S2 setup down here, as I indicated, first time into the mid-band, and we also had a right edge box set up here. So you had everything working for you right here. This was your trade trigger, and notice this occurred on the second bite out of the apple as well. And what did the market do? Then the market continued to move higher from there and did not look back. This market continued to make new highs all the way out until right here. This market moved all the way up to right around the 1092 area, and the trade that I'm indicating here took place right around the 1075 level. That's quite a big move in the Russell. So again, the other point being, notice that this is your preferred entry down here. You normally don't like to chase trades. We had an algorithm band up here, so it's much more preferable to take this trade here than it is the breakout trade, and this trade is not recommended once you've had a lower entry. Now let me show the difference between this and this. If you notice, when this algorithm band was first formed, we never did trade above the top of the band until here. And because of that, you had 2, if not 3, good entries here. Here was entry 1, this was entry 2 that got stopped out, and then entry 3 here. And then we finally broke above the top of the band. All right, now notice we had a new algorithm band here at 746. This is entirely different because we moved initially straight above it and closed. So this is your conservative entry. And we never did trade below the band. So There's a time and place for the conservative entries, and there's a time and place for the aggressive entries with other indicators. If you've got an algorithm band right off the bat and you break above it, that's your conservative entry. If not, you're best to wait for the aggressive. And you can see once we went above here, very nice move to the upside. We had a second band here again, broke above it, very nice move to the upside. We had a third band here, broke above it, very nice to the upside. So again, if I recap these trade setups, if you're trading this the proper way, we got a trend change. I'm only showing the long side because I showed the short side before. We got our trend change. We got our institutional algorithm band, counter trend short, long, counter trend short. Entry number 1, second bite out of the apple here. All right, and then we had a series of regular conservative trades. Entry here, and or here again. Entry here, entry here, and then notice what happened. We came down, pulling down, second time into the mid-band. Reversal bar, we did not get the S2 set up. You don't always get those. But then you had one more opportunity as we got the right edge box set up and traded through. And then new algorithm bands here again. Conservative trade entries to the upside. Notice we did not get the proper setup here. This could have been an aggressive entry. This was the conservative entry. Neither one of these entries would have worked, and they would have gotten stopped out. All right, and that really brings us up to date. So those are the 3 ways to enter the institutional algorithms. I think you can see that all of them work very well. Not every trade works because nothing in trading is 100%, but if, again, trading is all about patience, discipline, and timing. If you follow the rules, you follow the setups, you should be profitable pretty much every trade session that you make, at least 21 out of 23 or 22 out of 23 trading sessions. If you keep your risk small, keep your stops where they need to be, and follow the rules, you'll be a successful trader day in and day out. Thanks for watching. I hope this was beneficial. I hope this will aid you in your trading as well. Thanks again, everyone. Bye now.